Well, hello again, Internet. I've got a really good War Thunder game to show you. Another realistic tank battle. That the best part of this tank battle is the air battle I have over the tank battle. So even though this is a realistic tank battle, the realistic air battle that happens over the tank battle is the best part. So in all reality, since the air part's the best part and the tank part isn't so great, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip through the tank part. I'll show you shot by shot what happens to my tanks and everything, but it's gonna be pretty short since it doesn't go very well and I barely get enough points to come in as my airplane. So yeah, fast cut together all of the shots I take and all the shots I get shot. Ready to go. Well, you can see why maybe after those first two lives I figured this whole game was kind of going to be a waste. Might as well try to have a little fun in the airplane since the first two lives went very well. Earlier in that Panther life I wasn't able to get a kill. I just got a kill assist and then got killed by the M18. But anyway, coming over in an FW-190A5. I have the 210mm rockets, and I'm looking for that M18 that killed me. I can't see all these names, remember, in realistic games. So I don't spot that M18, but I do spot that M10 firing, so I shoot my rockets at it. Good hit. And I make my way to turn around to do some strafing runs to spot enemies, and I see that P-47 come in, and I turn to engage him. Keeping low because I figure he's going to turn back and do another strafing run, but I don't know what happened. I guess he decided to keep flying along, so I just shoot at him. Shoot him right out of the sky. I'm going to continue doing some strafing runs. I'll get a couple in here. So I go by and strafe that M18. I see the friendly tank over there can engage. The M18, moving swiftly as they do, moves away after being spotted, and the friendly tank goes over to where he was spotted again, so I go back and try to shoot him again. And I do, and I spot him for my teammate. M18 wasn't happy, he was firing some machine gun at me. Anti-air getting a little close. Around, make maybe one more strafe at that M18. But no, I get the kill assist, so I know that he's been finished off by the friendly tank. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe engage that anti-air, or see if there's any other targets of interest. I spot the M15 over there, killable from the air. And I do get some hits, but I don't get the kill. Just in case he was aiming that way, I keep low and fly around the mountain for cover. The anti-air over there has got me. I'm going to try to kill that M15 on this run. And I don't quite get an accurate burst in there. And avoiding the fire barely, I try to get through. Nearly slap my plane into a tree. And figure at this point, there's no planes, there's no enemies for me to really kill without that anti-air annoying me. So I'm gonna head back to my base and rearm. I check my ammo because I spotted that P-47, and I figured my ammo was okay to engage at least one more plane, so I head back to try to get this plane. I see that he's made an attack run and he's turned to the right, leaving me a perfect opportunity to try to engage. Or his right, at least, my left. He is flying away from me, so I'm going to continue to stalk him until he turns back. Looks like he's starting to do so now. And another good firing into his oil tank. So that's one ground kill, 2 ground assists, and 2 aircraft shot down in 1 life. So I figure I've got a little bit of damage from the machine gun fire from the M18 and the anti-air, and I'm pretty low on ammo and I don't have any rockets. Cleared the airspace, now's a good time to go rearm. Just to show you guys a bit of tactics, if you weren't aware, a good way to bleed off all of your speed approaching the runway is to do what are called mountain turns, which is just steep left and right turns that'll bleed off a lot of your speed. Make sure your flaps are in combat. And then I've got my landing flaps and my wheels down, and I'm firing my machine guns because this is a change in 1.53. You definitely slow down faster firing your machine guns. Just the force of all the bullets flying out the front will slow you down, pushing you back. A little note about this FW-190. The A5 variant did fire 210mm rockets, which are almost twice as big as the rockets that'll be fired from Allied fighter planes. And the reason they're so big is that they're actually artillery shells fired by rocket instead of just small little bazooka warheads. They're just big artillery rounds, which is why they're so powerful, but since they're so big and heavy, you only get 2. So we're going to zoom ahead here. I can't quite tell what plane just flew behind the hill, so I turned to engage it, and by the time I re-sighted again, it's already flying past me. So I turned to engage it, but since I just took off and I'm still turning pretty sharply, by the time I get behind him, I don't have enough airspeed to catch up to him after he was in that dive. And I fire at him thinking he's still in range, but he's not, and that was a bad idea because he will now have the altitude and the speed advantage. He knows that I'm here, and he's a slightly better turner, I believe. So I'm in a bad spot here. I don't have any speed. I'm turning, trying to stay away from him. P-38s have really good firepower. I'm turning, and he does hit me pretty good, right in the center of the fuselage. My pilot took a hit. The center of my plane, if it takes another hit, I'm probably doomed. So I figure I need to run back to the airfield and let the anti-air try to take him out, but for whatever reason, he disengages, maybe thinking I'm running back to the airfield, who knows why. So I go back to chase him. I see that he's lining up for another attack run. Maybe I can get him before he starts the run, but I still don't have the speed. So I'm just going to follow him through this attack run. Maybe make my own attack run myself since he's so far ahead I can't get him. Maybe I can help out my point since we are losing it. I see the M18 down there shooting at one of my friendlies. My friendlies don't make it in time for me to help, but I do kill him. Get some revenge. And then I spot that there are 2 airplanes. I can't tell which one is which. I hope it's not a fighter coming in. It does look like an attack airplane. It is a TBF. So I let him go for now. The P-38 is the bigger problem right now. So I'm waiting for him to turn around to make another attack run. That's the best time for me to attack him. Zoom up, and a good pile of shots gets him. You normally don't see a whole lot of P-38s in these realistic tank battles because they don't carry any bombs or anything to help out your team. That's why I love the FW A5. You can bring those rockets in and the big scary guns. I see the TBF make an attack run here at him. Wasn't very well aimed. I don't even know if I got a hit or two on him. I turn to re-engage him, hoping the anti-air doesn't get me. It's getting awful close. Good, he misses. Wasn't expecting him to make such a fast turn. I didn't get a good accurate burst into him, so he gets away again. I turn around again to engage him. I know he's got to be going pretty slow. I see my anti-air shooting at him, and I turn again to engage him, hoping the anti-air doesn't shoot him down so I can get my 5th air kill. And finally, a well-aimed burst of machine gun and cannon fire takes him out. Now, normally, I wouldn't care if anti-air shot down that plane, but I had taken a look at the scoreboard after I had shot down the P-38 and realized that was my 5th air kill. And, of course, forgetting about the P-38 I shot down in my Ostwin, I thought that was my 5th kill, and I had gotten 5 air-to-air kills already. And I was freaking out. I was happy as could be. My arms were shaking. And I even had trouble getting my flaps and gear down in the correct order when I approached the airfield, if you want to take a listen to that. But yeah, as soon as I landed and was repairing, I calmed down and eventually realized that no, you didn't get 5 kills in an aircraft, you got 4 kills and 1 in an Ostwin. So I've loaded back up, repaired the damage the P-38 had done to my aircraft, and fly back, and all I was doing was hoping that there'd be one more aircraft for me to shoot down, and I could become an ace in a day, something I have never come even close to doing in a tank realistic battle. And as I approach the battle, it looks like my prayers have been answered. There's an enemy plane. Another juicy P-47 for me to shoot down. See that he flies behind that mountain there, so I take a beeline for him. Looks like he's turning to make another attack run of the battle. I won't be able to stop him, so maybe I can make my own attack run and then turn to intercept him. A lot of people taking my point, fire my rockets in there, get a kill. Turn to engage the P-47. He's turning, take a quick fire, knock off his elevator and his rudder. But still continue to shoot at him, because the greed shows through for my 5th kill. Well, he has no elevator, so he has no way to go up or down. And he goes down, 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 right into the ground. And now I'm on top of the world, happy as can be. But the only thing that could make me a little happier is if we could recapture our point and win this game. We're starting to run a little low on time. So I'm going to do what I can to clear out the point and hop into a tank after this strafing around. I see that anti-air is firing at me. Maybe I can kill him before I go in. Make things a little easier for me. And a big burst does kill him at the last moment. That tree, I don't know if it did any damage or not, but the anti-air definitely hit me. My engine's not doing so hot. But it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to be hopping out and trying to help out my team in a tank. I hop into my Tiger E and hurry over to the point, and I'll skip ahead here to when I get to the point. Well, I've made it to the point. We've still got some points left to spare. There's a little bit of time left. Maybe I can get ourselves on the point advantage before the time runs out. There's an enemy showing himself at the point. I hurry the shot to shoot at him, and I don't take a good shot. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Killed by an airplane. I mean, it's not like I've killed 6 airplanes this game. It's not like I've shot down 5 airplanes in my own airplane. So of course a plane comes in and kills me. I guess you really gotta be careful what you ask for when I was praying for that one more airplane, huh? Well, I hurried into the game, and there's only 30 seconds left. It's just not enough time for my Panther to hurry in and recapture our point. And we're down on tickets, so we lose the game. It's only fitting that my best War Thunder game ever would end in a loss, isn't it? Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, any more fun to watch War Thunder games, I'll certainly post.